G'day guys, welcome to the very first Aussie English podcast. My name's Peter Smisson. I'm a 28-year-old PhD student from Melbourne, a very large city in Australia, down under. I decided to start this podcast to assist people in learning Australian English. I have a lot of friends here in Melbourne who are from Europe and from other parts of the world, and quite a few have told me when they first moved to Australia to work, to travel, to live permanently, they had quite a bit of difficulty understanding the Australian accent when they first arrived, and it took some of them quite a few months before they really understood a lot of what people were saying. So the average Australian can have quite a thick accent. I'm not too bad. I consider my accent to be pretty soft. It's not overly strong, but I can turn it on if you want me to speak like a real Australian. But so I thought I would start this podcast in order to produce some resources, some materials that people learning English as a second language could use, particularly if they are interested in working in or moving to or travelling in Australia, or if they simply have an interest in Australian history and culture, and more broadly learning the English language and different dialects and having exposure. So who's this podcast for? Ultimately, I think the main audience will be people wanting to come to Australia, whether it's for work, travel, or to live here permanently, and they want to practice before coming to the country or just after having arrived in Australia. They want to practice listening comprehension for the Australian accent and for our mannerisms, our expressions and terms, and especially all of the slang terms that we use, because we have quite a few slang terms. It's funny, every day that I'm talking with especially Australian friends, I don't realise just how much slang I'm actually using until our group of friends has a foreigner or someone who speaks English as a second language in the conversation with us, having to verify the odd thing that we say. So I think Australian English is a really beautiful dialect of English. I mean, it's my native tongue, and I love sharing English as well as Australian English, the dialect, and our slang terms and expressions with other people. So yeah, I guess that's why I decided to start this podcast, and I hope it's interesting. We'll see how people react to it, and I look forward to getting comments back in the future about how I can improve it, what else I can add to it, and yeah. Anyway, so that's the first little introduction to Australian English. I might record a few more things today. I'm sitting in the park, the Royal Park, across the road from my house in Melbourne. It's a beautiful summer day, and I'm looking forward to giving you a bit more insight into me personally, as well as everything Australian. So all the best, and you'll hear from me soon. See ya.